Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In our series of important sociologies, today we are going to discuss about the eminent contributions of Herbert Spencer in the field of sociology. So let's begin. Let's start with a brief introduction of Herbert Spencer. He was born in 1820 and died in 1903. He belonged to the country England and hence he is one of the most discussed thinkers of the Victorian era. He is known as the father of social Darwinism and one of the most influential structural functionalists along with Durkheim and Parsons. He is also treated as the continuator of Comte's evolutionary approach and he also supported Lamarckism. Some of the important publications by Herbert Spencer are Social Statics, published in 1851, The Principles of Psychology, 1855, The Principles of Biology, 1964, The Principles of Sociology, 1880, The Principles of Ethics, 1891, and The Synthetic Philosopher, 1896. The most discussed concept given by Herbert Spencer is the categories of society. So, according to him, there are two types of societies: military societies and industrial societies. In military societies, cooperation is secured by force, for example, despotism, and which is primitive and bad, in which power lies in the hands of a single entity. And then there is industrial societies in which cooperation is voluntary and spontaneous, for example, individualization, which is much civilized and good. Another eminent work by Herbert Spencer is the theory of social Darwinism. This theory was given by him in the book The Principles of Biology in the year 1964. Social Darwinism refers that certain races and ethnicities are superior to others, have more chances of survival, and thus inevitably have more power in human society. Social Darwinists claim that the more powerful forces would become even more powerful, while the weaker ethnic groups would slowly disappear. The theory was based on Charles Darwin's findings in the animal world, including natural selection and the survival of the fittest. Let's know a little bit more about the survival of fittest. So, Herbert Spencer gave this concept inspired from Darwin's work, The Origin of Species, published in 1859. And according to the phrase survival of the fittest, Spencer means that evolution happened through natural selection, the less fit are eliminated, and the fittest survive. Another concept given in the theory of social Darwinism is cultural adaptation, which refers that the most powerful human races had adapted to their environment not biologically but culturally. Herbert Spencer argued that those groups of people who managed to quickly adapt the new situation and cultural changes were the most successful at being powerful in the society at present time. Herbert Spencer is also known for his theory of organismic analogy, in which he compared the society to an organism of living species. Societies, just like organisms, start by being simple and before progressing towards complexity. He borrowed the concept from biology. Let's discuss it in detail. In his theory of organismic analogy, Herbert Spencer argued that societies and organisms has three main systems: regulatory system, sustaining system, and the distribution system. If we talk about regulative system, then in case of living organism, the complete regulation is done by the central nervous system or the human brain. But in case of society, the entire regulation is in the hands of government or the state. If we talk about the sustaining system, then living organism sustains only with the help of organs like brain, kidney, heart, etc. But in case of society, the only source of sustain is the industries and factories. If we talk about the distribution system, then in case of living organism, the distribution of nutrients, water, and other things is done by veins and arteries. But in case of society, the distribution is mainly done by transportation and communication. Herbert Spencer compared society with a living organism because both have gradual growth and development. There is close relationship in their parts and organs. There is the importance of whole. There is one center of control in both the entities and similar process and methods for effective functioning. Herbert Spencer also came with various differences in living organisms and societies. For example, living organisms are concrete and integrated whole, but societies are discrete and have dispersed elements. In living organisms, there is centralization of consciousness, but in societies, there is no centralization. In living organisms, all parts exist for the welfare of whole, but in society, whole is made for the welfare of the parts. In living organism, parts are incapable of interdependent existence, but in society, parts are capable of interdependent existence. So that's all about Herbert Spencer. Please like the video and subscribe the channel. See you in the next video.